Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 218, and it is the first episode of the Sands of Ishtarra story arc. We have a special guest with us this week, and we're very excited about it. We want to give a huge thank you to Sage of the Venture Maidens podcast for joining us and reprising their role as Dobrik. You can find them on Twitter at Staff of Sage. I want to take a little bit of time this week to address some of the things that are happening in the community that we think are incredibly important. We really appreciate everyone coming to listen to our story, to hear what we have to say, but we think there are a lot of other important stories in this community, stories of unrepresented voices in society, and there are other places that you should be turning some of your attention to. So we ask you this week to go and seek out some of those voices. Try to hear the story from their point of view. We think that's super important. So we've included a link in our show notes, and you can find it on social media that we've already done, to check out some of these stories and some of these messages that are out there. We have a round table, the hashtag BlackAF round table, that is a fantastic listen for some of the discussion about the TTRPG community and the creators therein, and then a whole list of other Black voices in the RPG community that we really think you should go and take a listen to. We understand that this has been a very difficult time. It's stressful, and there's a lot going on for a lot of different people. We want to make sure that the resources that are available to people are out there and that people know about them. Mental health is super important during this time frame, especially with all of this high stress. So if you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis, there are definitely resources available all over the country. I want to point out the NAMI helpline. You can find this at NAMI.org, N-A-M-I. The National Alliance for Mental Illness has some amazing resources available to help people who are in crisis. And that's really when they're going to need the most help. So find organizations in your area, find the resources at your disposal, and, everyone be safe, be healthy. And if you can't be healthy or safe on your own, please get help. That's what we really want from all of you. So we appreciate so much that you're a part of our community, that you've become part of our lives. And so we just want to be able to make sure everyone is as healthy and safe as they can be in times that are tough, but important times. So all of that being said, we've got a very silly episode prepared that I'm sure will be... well, it's going to be interesting. And so we'll just, without further ado, we will move on into that. And thank you all. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
On a lighter subject, how's the whole corruption of the Iora Church going?
On a lighter subject?
Yeah.
Jebeddo, the rogue.
We're basically family. So do you want to admit to your family that all you want to do is learn how to read so that you can read pornos?
Jennuvera, the sorcerer.
Oh my god, guys, it worked. The plan worked.
High fives!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. We should have a plan more often.
Gillik, the warlock paladin.
Also, I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see if any of them are magic.
None of the gowns are magic.
What the fuck?
Asher, the druid barbarian.
With my nipples? Why are my nipples not convincing?
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. Let's get started. So, let's do a little bit of housekeeping, of tying up loose ends. We're not going to role play this. We're just going to talk a little bit about what you guys want to do as you prepare for this ritual. So you said you want to do the ritual in Ishtarra, correct?
Yep.
Yep. Vedris.
So you guys will be loading up with Kaelith. Kaelith will be bringing with him someone to do the actual conjuration. And Redbridge has made arrangements for her contact to meet you guys in Vedris. So before you leave for Vedris, are there things that you want to set in motion or set up or put together before you guys go?
I think we should send out, like, someone to talk to the Black Dragons or the leader of the Black Dragons or something.
What do you want them to say to them? Like, what part of the negotiation do you want this to be yours?
Hello. I'm an emissary from Adventure Incorporated.
Hello.
Your corrupt blood killed Jennuvera's father. Prepare to die.
I am a prince. Hello. I just need your blood, that's all.
If you could send us 5,000 gold, we will send you back 5 million when we get it out of escrow.
I've been trapped in Ishtarra and can't get help. Please help my travel funds by wiring me $8,000.
But what are you trying to get? Are you trying to get them to come to the compound? Are you trying to get a conversation going? Or are you trying to get their approval? Like, what are you looking for?
I think we say, like, we have a lead on a potential cure for the corruption in the bloodline, or the corruption in whatever.
Yeah.
The corruption. We have a lead on a cure for the corruption, or lead on a
Sounds good.
okay. And we would like to speak with them.
Okay. Okay. Mike, you got a loadout set up for your alchemy stuff?
Yeah. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'll fucking.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah. I'm gonna do another Phoenix potion.
Okay.
Because last time I died. And I'm gonna do a luck charm. And the one that lets me talk to
Animals.
Spirits.
the dead. Spirit charm.
Okay. And then I had something else I was going to ask you about, too. And it's
I
flown
guess
out
it'll
of my
be
brain.
a secret. Sally, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't... It wasn't like a secret thing.
Just want to talk later, you know.
It is now.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
call
how's
me
it
later
going?
on it today. We can talk
That's
about
fine. It's fine.
Master of Sneakrets.
it.
All
DM
right, anything
me.
else? Anything else you guys want to get put on process, or are you ready to rock and roll?
I would just help, like, assemble any ritual components Kaelith or whatever needs. And
All right, so
Bring some
Rob
spare
picking
crushed
flowers.
diamonds.
picking some flowers and trying to crush a diamond for a bit. It doesn't go well. Kayla's just giving me busy work, just being like, yeah, just go, like, I don't know, crush this diamond. I'm like, I'm on it.
Puts a bunch
My
of.
like,
one
yeah.
weakness.
Go and fetch 15 sticks and bring them back.
I have them now. What would you like me to do now? It's very easy when you can turn into a dog.
He does it. It's the least efficient way, but like.
No, I'm very fast. I do it one at a time.
And very
Okay.
I want him to
joyful.
throw it back.
Yeah.
So the four of you travel with Kaelith. That's what I was going to ask you, Mike. Do you reset your...
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
Do you reset your teleport stone or no?
Oh. Yeah, what do you guys think? I probably should, right?
Oh shit! I just realized we could have let Callus go back to, wherever the hell I was king.
Would
of
Jennuvera have told her?
immediately? But we
Wherever
didn't.
the hell I was king of. and you wonder why you were a bad king.
Nobody said
Check
that.
the tape.
You said that.
Yep.
Anyway, yes or no?
Yeah, should we reset back to Adventure Incorporated now
Yeah.
that all
Yeah.
the ley lines are closed?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Great.
Also, Rob, give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck ass. Where's my dice?
We haven't used any in 3
We
weeks.
literally didn't roll one last time, so
Just gotta.
this is
Anthony didn't even make
all
me
these
roll a
papers.
kiss check.
Oh no.
do you sometimes miss? Like, is that
4.
Great. Roll me another charisma saving throw.
20. Or sorry, 19. I don't add. No, 20. I add +1.
You have a +1 charisma?
No, I have a cloak of resistance.
Okay.
Asher's
A key difference.
Other people can't get close enough to be offended by him.
Asher is in the cart with the cloak of resistance up, blocking him from the orb of shadow. That's like blocking the
resist.
X-rays.
I'm not looking at you? I'm not looking.
Oh god, why do I have this thing?
Okay, so the 4 of you head to Vedris. Along the way through Bradmont, you meet up with Sigibert, who is a halfling. Sigibert is the conjuration specialist.
I haven't even taken a note because I don't even know where to start.
Sigibert.
S-I-G-A.
Sigibert.
I was gonna go C.
C-I-G-A-R-E-T-T-E
Siga-
space
My baloney has a
B-E-R-T.
first name. It's Sigebert.
It's like
You
Siga,
guys,
Siga what? But like Siga Bert.
Sigibert.
Cigarette Bert is his
Look
full
at
name.
Wild Wild West. Jim West, Desperado.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's gonna be one of those recording sessions.
Cigarette Bert is my favorite.
Please, my parents call me Cigarette.
Cigarette Bert was my father. Please,
You can just call me Sigibert. I didn't have a name for him. He's a halfling. I mean, I didn't have a voice for him, but now I do.
My name's Cigarette
I'm Sigibert. Cigarette Bert.
I'm so excited.
Can he become a main character? He's the best already.
I'm now joining the podcast.
Sigibert.
Yeah, Anthony, you're gonna play Dobrik now. Sigibert has stepped in.
Cigarette Bert.
Sigibert. Hey.
Yeah, it's a longer family name. I don't feel like people do a really great job of saying it, so I shorten it to Sigibert for most people.
Don't ask him to go get anything. He'll never come back.
Eyes on Siga Bert at all times.
Does anyone know where Sigibert went? Oh no. Yeah, I just went out to get a few things.
He'll probably be right back.
All right.
Just a montage of the Many Pennies and Dobrik just chilling, like passing days, like
He said he'd be right back.
playing catch with like nobody.
I'm so hungry. I hope he gets here soon.
I miss my dad. Cigarette Bert.
No, it's fine. My dad's trying to be Vape Bert.
That's the stepdad that comes in.
The Vape Bert. I hate Vape Bert. You're not my real dad.
What do you mean, kid?
All right.
Oh,
Anthony, you suck at naming characters.
It's just savage.
It's the best. It's the best. I love it.
It's like third graders. No matter what name I pick, you will find some way to fucking ruin it. It doesn't matter.
You named him Cigarette Bert.
No, I didn't.
That's what I wrote down, Anthony. That's what you named him.
Fantastic.
That one winded me.
I want Vape Ben back.
We need a. I don't know.
All right.
Sweaty.
So, the now 6 of you arrive in Vedris. This
Who
is the first
fuck
time.
is Sigibert, though?
He's
What
the
is his
conjuration
purpose?
specialist.
What is that even? Why?
He's Kalis' buddy who knows how to conjure shit.
Okay.
Because we need someone
That
that...
was the step, but that was the step that I missed. It was like, why are we waiting for this fucking
Why is there a guy named
12-year-old on the
Cigarette
side of
Bird?
the road waiting for his dad to come home? Like, we'll be your dads now.
He's a halfling. He's not a 12-year-old. It's so rude.
There are 12-year-old halflings.
There are, but he's not one.
You didn't specify. You didn't say he's a 37-year-old halfling.
Oh, I yield. Stop.
Oh, the 12-year-old halfling. I love it.
Don't worry, Sigibert. We'll find your dad.
All right.
What child is this?
I'm not a child.
He's taller than you, Mike. Geppetto.
He's like 3'10".
Yeah.
Come along, little fella.
I'm trying to make like the first halfling in this show who's not pissed off, and this is what I'm getting so far.
Hey, the first halfling was sad. So
He was grumpy. They've all been grumpy.
they
were trapped in a cult.
maybe they're all waiting for their dads.
Classic halflings, though. You know, everybody always says about the halfling race, so grumpy.
So grumpy.
Such a grump.
All right. So the 6 of you make your way to Vedris. It's the first time that you guys have been back to Vedris in a while, so as you're walking down through the tunnels, there is an eerie quiet here. It is just silence underground. And as you begin to pass into the city proper, you see, like, standing at the entryway are 2 guards who do not move as you walk through. They are completely solid, crystalline figures. And the deeper you go into the city, it's all like that. The whole place. There is a very, very eerie silence here. A place that should be full of life and bustling is just void of anything that moves or anything that makes noise. Except the 6 of you.
If I remember, or like maybe not, Vedris was under siege for a while, right?
It was. So at one point it was attacked by the dragon spine.
Yeah.
And you do see some remnants of that.
Yeah.
That there has clearly been some kind of battle in the streets. By and large, it looks like the citizenry were left alone. It was a siege on the palace.
Okay.
But that is over. And all that you see now are basically the people of this place are crystal.
Mm-hmm.
This is real creepy,
So,
y'all.
Keth, your contact? Is it Kayla's contact or is it Redbridge's contact?
Who?
It was Redbridge's contact that is should be meeting us shortly, and then hopefully we can make some sort of sense of all of this.
I can't keep their name in my memory. I feel like it was told to me like 3 times.
Me too.
That's actually a question, Anthony.
Yeah.
If, like, Redbridge said Dobrik and I wrote it in my notes, I would be able to read it now, right?
No.
Wow.
So that has been something that you, Jennuvera, especially have been trying to deal with along this way, is the fact that not just the stuff from before is missing, but this information just slips away from you.
Okay.
Dobrik, as you arrive back into Vedris for the first time in quite a while, you notice this absence of heart in this place very acutely. But you also feel there is a part of you that feels a kinship to this. Like, that the magic that was done here is of the djinn. So it doesn't right away what's gone on here, and as you pass through here and feel this space, there are like images to you that appear of pieces of Rillin's magic, the djinn that is attached to Haramon. You almost like see the weaving of the spell that has laid in on this place.
Yeah, so walking through, he's just kind of you can definitely see like a tension on his face where he feels like in awe and horror, but at the same time also feels kind of inherently drawn to this place. And yeah, he's kind of sweating a little bit and looking around nervously.
As you enter the central square of the town, right in front of the palace, there's a large ornate fountain that has stopped running, and you see a group of people, looks like about 6 people, 4 of whom you recognize as the Many Pennies, the group that you had adventured with previously. When the 4 of you see Dobrik, I need intelligence saving throws.
Okay. Do you want to know what it is? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm much better than I thought it was. 11. I guess that's the one that druids are trained in, is intelligence.
Not great.
14.
That's weird.
3.
That's fitting.
20.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this a magic effect?
Yes.
Okay. 25.
Okay, great. So Gebeddo, you take no damage. The rest of you take 36 psychic damage.
Oh,
God. Right?
Holy Jesus.
brain freeze, I think.
Why do we come here?
There is this rending in your mind as you look at Dobrik, and it just claws at you, pulling all of this. There's like a pain, a searing pain, like a tearing of an old wound.
I pull out my scimitar because this is clearly a monster trying to attack us. Oh my God. There's no other reason.
Yeah, Keth
Gebeddo,
cracks the
you have a
cordyceps.
26?
Yes. Gebeddo, you have a difficult time focusing your eyes on Dobrik. There is, while the others are wincing with pain, you just can't seem to get your eye line to match up with this figure that is walking forward. And then Caliph says, "You must be Dorbin."
And as he's running up and he's waving furiously
Oh
to
God,
everyone.
monster!
Yeah. Keth,
And he's like, "Oh, hello, friends! It's so good to see you, Dobrik."
Everyone, give me another intelligence saving throw.
Oh God,
Oh God.
Anthony, why?
boo, natural 1.
Oh
Natural
God.
20.
10. No, 8.
27.
27.
Yeah.
This dice is cursed tonight.
Okay, so Keth and Asher, you take 34. Jennuvera, you take 17.
Oh my God.
And again, Gebeddo, you take nothing because you are a rogue who can do that.
I thought that was only Dex.
Is it only Dex? Oh, take 17.
Thanks, Asher, you dick.
Well, I just took 34 damage, and I wanted
That's
you
your
to feel
fucking
included.
problem.
You, that was yours too, bud.
That's fine.
What the hell is this thing?
We got yelled at for rules, okay?
On the second wave of this, you can feel almost like a great pressure, like releasing in your mind. And you are suddenly awash with a flood of radiating energy off of Dobrik that fills this space in your brain. And all of that gray, fuzzy, misremembered bits start to come into focus, re-knit. But in your mind, when you think back, you don't see this person in front of you. You see a djinn. One billowing with air in your mind. So all of the experiences that you had with Dobrik before, while those situations come back and those, like the name and the experience you had come back, it is a totally different being in its place.
Keth had tried to, had run up at Dobrik to attack him. But when he realizes that, all that stuff came back to him, he stopped right before smacking him.
That's kind.
Anthony, does the djinn that we met in the ley line of necromancy, does it look like, do we recognize the djinn that's in our memory?
Yeah, this is Kuldath, one of the djinn that you saw there.
Cool Dad.
That's right.
Cool Dad.
Not to be confused with Cigarette Dad.
So,
Cool Dad vapes.
right now, do we see...
Got rid of
God damn it. Do we see Cool Dad in front of us, or do we see Dobrik?
You see Dobrik.
And we remember Dobrik.
You remember
like-
Dobrik, and you know that this is Dobrik, but you don't remember ever seeing this person before, but you know that it's Dobrik, and you know that it is the same person.
Oh, my brain hurts.
Oh God, I need to take a nap. Jeez.
Do we hit it? Do we?
No.
No,
Dobrik.
Keth.
Why would you do that to us?
We did this to us.
What's wrong with all of you?
I'm very sorry. I don't know what's wrong with them either. This is not usually how they behave.
Oh, that's so...
Well,
Honestly, Dobrik, I'm just glad to see you, even though it hurts me. I've kind of missed you.
Well,
We had such a great time doing that bank heist, I've just been really...
Wait, you were there?
What?
Yeah, that was me.
I thought that was the djinn. I thought it was the
hold
djinn.
on. The bank heist itself is actually still missing from your memory.
Oh.
Because you gave that to Rillin.
Oh, yeah.
sorry, Dobrik.
We gave all of your... Oh, I forgot.
Wait, you know Verena and Vedris? And then Gebeddo looks around and, no one else is acknowledging, the bank heist. And he realizes that this is a different bank heist that he's thinking of.
One of those other ones.
Yeah.
There's been so many.
Well, this time is not nearly as much fun. Whatever happened in the past.
Okay. Well, that was terrible, but I guess thank you for meeting us. And it's good to see you again.
Can I offer you all some healing or something?
That would
I
be
feel so-
great. Honestly, on a scale of 1 to 90, I'm at a 20.
Oh, Lord. I can't have you running around.
I just learned numbers, so I'm just kind of throwing them out loosey-goosey.
Oh, that's good for you.
Thank you.
I'm going to drink 2 of these healing potions.
I mean, why don't we just take a short rest and use hit dice like we never have before?
You have time to regather yourselves and rest as the preparations for the ritual begin.
Okay.
And I'll play you a little song and it'll make you feel better too.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, that sounds
Please.
great.
So yes, we are going to take a short rest. He will pull out this beautiful, sky blue mandolin that's gilded, and he'll just, kind of twang mindlessly on it using his Song of Rest. So if you expend any hit die, you get an extra 1d6.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
for each one, or no, by spending one more hit dice. Yeah, so you can.
Boy.
And then on poor Asher, who's on a 20 out of 90, I will give you a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Ah, yay. Does it feel terrible? Like for some gin reason, like I don't know.
No, it feels good.
Okay, nice.
So Asher, you'll get another 22 HP.
Hey, thanks. I'm at 42 on a scale of 1 to 90, and with
Plus after hit dice.
Nope, I'm still working on that. It's a lot of math.
Okay, great. I'm sorry, I won't interrupt you now.
Please don't. Do I add con to each hit dice?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Dobrik. I know no one else would have known the answer.
We don't usually use these short rests.
We probably have like 10 or so, right?
Do I add my con mod to the rolls for a
Rob
short
literally
rest?
just asked that.
Yes, to each one.
Thanks, Dobrik. Thanks, Sage.
Oh, I'm just here to help, you know.
Hey, I have a question. Do I add my condoms to each of my...
Maybe you all should see a doctor.
No, that wouldn't help.
Mikey, we shouldn't see you as a doctor.
Oh.
Hey, Mikey.
Oh my
So,
god.
Hey, what's up?
My con mod.
Yeah.
What do you
Yes
think
or
about
no?
it?
Yeah, that
Do I add
applies
it? Do I
here.
not?
Yep.
Okay, dope. Thanks, Dr. Mike.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's important. Get those hit points up.
I rolled. So just oh, man.
I really want Fantasy Doctor. Like, totally totally different context than what you would imagine Fantasy Doctor to be.
Yeah. I don't want to play that long.
Cigarette burn. Fantasy Doctor.
Okay.
I rolled 3 1s.
Just keep rolling.
I
You have
did-
unlimited hit dice.
I
That's
don't.
not true.
But I'm back. I rolled a bunch. I rolled like a bunch of hit dice, and I'm back at 80 now. So I'm
Great.
good.
See you a
Great.
bunch.
I rolled 8. I rolled 8 hit dice, and 3 of them were 1s.
All right.
Real quick, before we start back up, Rob, do you think we're going to take another short rest so you need to save hit dice?
It's honestly kind of a reflex at this point,
It
where I'm
should
just
be.
like have played D&D, and I'm just like, well, yeah, okay, fine. You know what? I'll get spicy. I'm gonna roll a D12. Ooh,
Why? Oh, you're
2.
barbarian.
I rolled.
Okay, I couldn't tell you what a hit dice is, honestly.
Okay, I guess I'll roll my other D12. Okay, that one's good. That was an 8.
Great.
I wanted it to be low again.
So
I'm at 94. That's how that works. It's better now.
Just stop.
Kaolith says, are we all prepared to try and seek out King Haramon? If you are already, I am ready.
Keth bums a cigarette and lights one up and says, "Yeah, I'm good."
If you think Sigibert's giving you anything, you're wrong. You can't bum shit from that guy.
Wait, really? What a dick. He's not cool, Dad.
No, Dobrik is.
Dobrik is cool dad.
I was just reinforcing the fact that he wasn't cool, Dad.
Are we then? Are we all prepared then?
Yeah. Yes.
Durbum, come forward with me, and we can begin the process of trying to peer beyond.
I think his name is Doug Rick.
Doug Rick, of course.
He's like,
I apologize.
sure.
Jennuvera looks in her journal. Now, she's written Dobrik about 60,000 times in various sizes, fonts,
Yeah.
and everything. Do they all say Dobrik?
Yeah, before it was like a blur. Now it looks like you're a serial killer.
Right. She says, actually, And then she closes her journal and just puts it away.
Never mind.
I hope Dobrik sees it.
I'm happy to assist.
There are very strange magics that I feel swirling around you. Ones that are congruent with this space.
Yes. I am bound myself to an elemental cooldoth, and well, there's just no separating us now. It seems.
There is... Interesting. Yes, I can feel that connection, that you have become more of a single entity now. There is not enough of him to be his own being, and he has fused himself into you.
Yeah, we've had a really rough relationship, but it's kind of mellowed out now.
This is fascinating. Have you felt a fundamental change in the way that you interact with the world since this transformation?
He kind of puts his hand on his chin and strokes his goatee and takes a long think. He's like, well, fortune has smiled on me quite kindly. I think it must be part from residing with the djinn.
I'm very fascinated by. Perhaps we can discuss more of this at a time when I have more of my equipment available for me to truly try to understand the magic behind this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Anyway, I will try and use your connection to reach beyond to the follow the signature of the djinn here and see if there's some way that we can try and track down this Haramon. It should be easier here than if we had tried to do it elsewhere, but I don't know what we're going to find.
Well, if you like, I could conceal our auras, if you will, with magic.
Well, that would certainly... I can't imagine that would be worse. So if you can do that, that may be helpful for us to try and avoid any unwanted notice.
Yes, I will cast non-detection.
Ooh.
Exciting.
Nun detection.
3 nuns, but they're all crystal.
I found them.
You're welcome.
Sigibert, once this spell has begun and I have found the location, will you be able to use this ritual to draw forth the creature to this place? Sigibert says, well, I'm going to do, my best. I've not really had to reach into another plane of existence before, but I think we can make this happen.
And he flicks a cigarette.
Yeah, he has a pipe, and he just, taps his pipe.
Got it.
Keeps going.
The fucking fight.
A corn cob.
Caleb says, then we will begin. Doug Brick, if you could please focus as much as you can on the entity that is part of you. Try to really tap into the elemental nature of that energy.
I think it's Dog Rick.
I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Dog Rick. I apologize.
Actually, no, it's fine.
What's up, Jennifer?
No, it's nothing.
Okay.
Cracks their book.
As for the rest of you, just be prepared. I'm not certain what we will face here, and if we are successful, this creature will come forth, and perhaps we can work to separate Haramon and this being.
Well, question. What if Haramon and this being are, and then Asher kind of gestures vaguely at Dobrik, the same? What if they've fused now? What then?
This feels like something you may want to figure out.
I really wanted you to have the solution, and honestly, after this long, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, Dobrik.
Yeah.
How would you react if somebody tried to separate you and Kuldath?
You
Like hypothetically. Let's say you're hanging out at Kuldath's house, like you met his parents. And,
Whose
like,
house?
Everything's kind of pretty chill, and you're hanging out in there, and then all of a sudden you're pulled away, back to your old house, and then a bunch of Jamokes tried to separate you from your buddy Kuldath.
Well, you see, we're so inextricably linked, I don't think we can be separated. Like, it's when conjoined twins share organs. If you try and pull them apart, the whole person just kind of unravels. I think
God.
it's kind
I
of like
never really
that,
thought
but
of that
in like,
before.
Yeah, I've seen
in
it.
like a spiritual way.
Yeah, I've seen it in like a physical way. Not great.
Really?
Well, it wasn't people.
What?
That's different. That's
Oh,
that's
it's just
more interesting.
humans.
It was just animals.
Oh, what?
Like a double-headed snake.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh.
Let's move on.
Gebeddo gets real quiet.
So you'd be mad. Is what you're saying.
Well, I think I'd more than likely be dead, so I
Yeah.
shan't be having opinions about it afterwards.
That was kind of what I was worried about. So, before we do this, are we comfortable with Haramon being half Jinn and also the king?
As long as they support us, yeah.
Dobrik, how on a scale of like 1 to 10, how
Evil are you?
evil is I know his name suggests otherwise, but how uncool is Kuldath? Like, does he try to make you do evil stuff?
It's not like COOL.
You don't know that.
That's what I wrote.
Cool dot.
You're the one who
Kuldath.
named him that, Anthony.
Yeah, Anton.
Anton, this has Cool Dad and Cigarette Bert. This is a prison of your own making.
This is all your fault.
Okay.
Well, I think not evil. I haven't been hearing any whispers or anything.
That's good.
I'm under my own volition.
Okay.
I commit heinous acts under my own volition.
Meanwhile, I'm like trying to read Anthony's face, and he's doing such a good job of serial killer face that I can't tell.
He's ready to destroy our
Sorry,
lives.
that's just my regular face.
Yeah.
Resting serial killer face.
He's just writing Dobrik in the notes. Just Dobrik. But not looking at the notes, looking at all of us. You'll know he's taking notes.
So
Dobrik.
so is that something we're comfortable with?
What are the worries here? Like,
That a djinn is running Ishtarra?
And is potentially evil and malicious. And potentially in charge of...
I guess if the djinn swears fealty to Evian as High King, like...
yeah.
But if they don't, do we kill Haramon?
Yeah.
Keth, you answered so
Way too quickly.
confidently.
Caleb is like, I don't know that's the correct line to follow on this. I mean, far be it from me, but I feel like just open acceptance of regicide is perhaps a little bit of a difficult line you may want to spend more than no time discussing.
Well, what's your suggestion?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If the Haramon and this being choose not to swear fealty, I would think a diplomatic approach may be in line.
Have you met us?
Also, I feel like you're missing the fact that this is post-diplomatic approach.
Wait, what?
Is this?
No, I mean, we will
tried
be
anything?
diplomatic, and they'll be like, no. And you're like, well,
Yes, but I guess my point is that as far as I am aware from my studies of creatures such as this, sorry if I'm being uncomfortable about this dog trick, but from what I understand,
It's dub slick.
I'm sorry, dub slick, of course.
Actually,
What's up,
no,
Jennifer?
it's fine. It's fine.
From what I understand about the djinn, they like to make deals. So perhaps that is maybe there is a deal you could make to allow for this sort of transaction to occur.
I shouldn't be able to speak. Wait, no,
Is
that's
that
not
the
the part.
deal?
No. Just part of when we're making a deal. See?
That might be a deal
Well,
they
I
would
guess
take.
that's
I
the-
don't know.
No. I like to talk, but I'm not good at it.
Something tells me that this universe would be very happy to make that deal.
No, I don't want this. I don't want this.
Oh man.
Savage.
Sorry you had to see that rub. Nope.
Jesus.
Oh no. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's.
Oh my god, I'm
go.
so sorry.
What?
It's okay. It's a hell of my own creation, apparently.
Yeah. All right. All right. Then we shall begin. Caliph closes his eyes. He pulls out one of the sticks Asher got for him, and holds it like a dowsing rod, and he is pointing it around. He points it around for a few moments. As he starts to walk around, he stops and he turns back and he says, "You have to follow me. Just stay very close to me so I can continue to detect your energy. But I am going to have to try to move around a bit."
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Not you, Asher. You're fine.
But I got you. I got you the stick.
No, the stick was what I needed. It's fine. So he continues to move around a little bit. And then he stops. And he puts the stick down. And he puts his hands on the ground and begins to crawl around in the dirt. He's feeling around as he moves. And much slower than he was before. And so, Dobrik, you're just following him as he crawls
kind
around.
of awkwardly stepping behind him.
And he stands up and he licks his hand and he holds it up in the air. And he turns in a circle around and he's facing you, and you can see him react a little bit. His eyes snap open and he shakes his head, and he picks up the stick again and he lights it on fire and holds that up. And then the flame shifts in this space. It seems to be growing and contracting more than you would expect for the tip of a stick, as it is in this place. And he is carrying it around, and as it begins to grow bigger and brighter, and he stops right at the base of the steps of the palace, and he drops down to his knees, still holding the flame. And he cups the flame in his hands, pulling it off of the stick, and begins to whisper into it in his hands as it turns into a white light, and then to blue. And as he whispers into it, breathing slowly, he opens his eyes into a bright blue light coming from his eyes, and he reaches his hand back and motions Sigebert forward. Sigebert steps up and places a hand on his shoulder, and he begins to focus as well. Green energy swirling at his feet as it moves off of him and rises up into the air, swirling up into the sky and spinning around until a large portal begins to open. There is a sudden flash of fire that shoots to the ground and explodes back. Everyone make dexterity saving throws.
15.
12.
Also a 15.
Also a 15.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Great. I need that. And I need 2 more of that.
Is that a don't worry about it like you nailed it?
Oh, yeah. Nailed it.
Totally nailed it.
Totally nailed it.
That's what I assumed when she said, don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's what I thought she was saying.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I got this.
Oh, yeah. I am dexterous.
She could have also been like, boom shakalaka, and you would have been like, nice.
Dexterous for breakfast.
So
That's when you spring out of bed.
Yeah.
you
Pancakes!
all of you,
Oh.
Keth and Sigibert included, are blown back from the courtyard, back down a ways past through a building. The force is so strong that it smashes you through these buildings and against the cave wall here in Vedris. So you fly like hundreds of feet backwards. Each of you takes 35 damage. Gebeddo, you take half that because this is a dex save.
That's right.
But there is a wave of fire that is pushing you back. And as you slam into the wall, it overtakes you. And the Vedris that you have been in, that you have been seeing, that has been around you, instantly vanishes. Instead, in this cave now, there is a lake of fire. Hot, molten lava. Large pillars belching flame into the air, and creatures that are seem to be made of magma and fire fly through this place. Long, sinuous bodies with veins of lava through them.
Oh, boy.
How they're flying, they don't have wings or anything. They just seem to be floating above this place, and the heat is unbearable. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw except for Dabra.
Anthony, I'm still attuned to that fire orb thing from like forever ago, right?
Sure.
So I have fire resistance, right? So I should take half of that, or was that like bludgeoning? Because I was like,
No, that
smashed
was
into-
bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was force damage.
Okay. Thank you. But saving throw. Do I get advantage then on this?
No.
You don't get advantage, no.
Okay. Ooh.
You'll
Well,
have resistance against any damage.
well,
you do.
23. So.
Okay.
I got a 20.
24.
Okay.
23.
Great. It's hot. It's overwhelmingly hot, but you are able to steel yourself against it a little bit as you prepare. And you look around. Keth and Sigibert are there. They are also badly hurt, barely able to stand up. And you guys appear like the space appears to be the same size, like the walls of Vedris are still here. But now, instead of being 100 yards of city, or 300 yards of city, I guess, it's 300 yards of fire before the other wall. And this is just, it is broken and burning.
I would like to cast Mass Cure Wounds,
Okay.
if that's possible.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Cool, I do it. I can choose up to 6 people. You said
That's a what kind of spell is that?
evocation, surprisingly. Okay. So I choose Dabrak. How you doing? You doing? You're resistant to fire, though, right? Are you?
No.
Oh, well then, shoot, I have to choose one person.
On a scale of 1 to 100, I'm a 65, so I'm like a solid D.
Okay.
Nice.
Get degrees.
It makes me so uncomfortable when the doctor says that. Like when the teacher says that, I'm fine with it.
I heal.
D's don't even get degrees, though. It's only C's here. We have a higher standard of
Not in medical
mediocrity.
school.
That's what I love about Texas. A higher standard of education in Texas.
I choose everyone except myself, and I heal them. So 3d8 damage. Let's see, or heal them for 3d8. Ooh.
Dude, leave Sigibert to die. We don't even know him. There's no way he's
know you.
What do you mean?
Go here.
I gotta save cigarette dad.
So who did you not target with
Myself.
this? Okay, great.
Because I'll probably be fine in combat. 12.
Don't tell the DM that.
Probably.
He can wild shape. It's broken.
It's really busted.
Druids are so crazy good.
That would be exactly 20.
Okay, everyone heals 20.
Joe.
As long as I did that right. But I think I did.
Oh,
Don't.
what did I take for damage on that con save? Nothing?
So, no, you took half. So 17.
No, you didn't you say
No,
everyone...
That was the dex save.
Oh, con.
Yeah.
I think everyone passed.
No, you took 17. You took 17 on the con, but that was before the short rest.
We all just nailed our con saves.
Wait. Yeah, the con save everyone passed.
Oh, and so it wasn't like a half damage con save?
No.
Dope.
It wasn't even... It's fine. You all passed. Okay.
I've been waiting a really long time to make a joke about how Anthony just discovered Iron Maiden record covers. Can I make that now, or is it too late?
No.
Do
Do it right now.
Definitely too late.
I feel like it's too late.
No, I feel like
It's
I want you to
definitely
do
Never
it.
mind.
Do it now.
Never mind.
Buddy.
It's over.
No, it's okay. Tell us your joke.
Anthony described the scene, and there was a lot of flying and fire and like metal iconography, and then
Lake of Fire.
I wanted to like talk about Iron Maiden records.
All right, go on.
Thank you, Mikey.
And out from the portal comes the master of puppets.
That's it. That's Metallica.
I know,
That's
but
not,
still metal.
That's not Iron Maiden.
So here's the real problem: is that I don't know any Iron Maiden covers, so I can't play into this bit.
That's okay.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
When you
anyone else
Google it
does.
later, you're gonna be like, "Son of a bitch! I really should Google these things."
look up Legacy of the
What? Like what? Just like Google everything, so I know what references are gonna happen.
I mean, I'm just thinking of like Legacy of the Beast, like that one where there's like a big
Right.
like musketeer zombie in the middle for some reason.
Anyway, there's a musketeer zombie here, and no. So I guess the 7 of you are now. The other 2 of them get up. Caleb says, "This doesn't seem like it worked."
So we're not in Vedris, or it seems like we're in like Fire Vedris, like Fire World Vedris. Just
Caleb turns to Sigibert, and Sigibert says, from what I can tell, I think I might have... I tried to bring what Caleb saw to Vedris. And Caleb's like, yes, and I was seeing Haramon, I saw Haramon, the Queen of Fire. That is what I saw. And when I tried to draw her, draw my vision to her, Sigibert must have brought this whole place here.
Keth pulls out the Sword of Evocation and just... Does it seem any different here?
You feel like you have a much more difficult time drawing on the elements from the blade, except for fire. Like, it is just a flaming blade here. But the fire is so enhanced in this place, there is a deep connection to fire here.
Turn that dial to fire.
Cool.
so if you saw Haramon, the Queen of Fire, oh boy, did you come up with that, or was it just? Anyways, do you have any?
It's just what I felt.
Do you have any idea where she would be? Do you still feel where she might be? And
Gebeddo like points toward the middle of the Lake of Fire, where the like gigantic castle from Vedris was, but like is superimposed here.
So there is not like a stone palace or anything like that, but there definitely is what seems to be a center point of this lake. That there's these like floating islands of stone in this lake of fire, and there does seem to be a center point where all of the things are like sort of swirling around.
Like, it's oddly similar to Vedris in its construction, as he like looks around the area.
It stands to reason that if we drew the elements here, that they have formed themselves around what we had visible. That we have created a touch point.
So planes are like overlapping?
Hey, King Harriman, if you're here, can you come chat?
There doesn't appear to be a response.
I just figured I'd try it.
No, it was a good idea.
Yeah, no,
That's a good plan.
Yeah, I was gonna go there.
That was my next attempt. I was gonna do that, but it's fine.
Keth looks for a path to the castle.
It looks like it'll be dangerous. There are ways that you could jump across like various of these like stone islands to get from point to point that you could try to do. If you were just running and jumping, you'd probably have a decent time of it, Keth, because you can run real far and jump real fast, and those, except the opposite.
Keth looks at everybody and says, "I used to do this as a kid," and he runs and jumps onto the first stone.
He used to hang out in the plane of fire as a kid?
Give me an acrobatic. Give me an athletics check.
I mean, have you talked to Keth about his backstory? Like,
It
He's
changes.
been
Yeah,
everywhere.
it changes a lot.
like it wouldn't. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me,
Yeah.
you guys.
17.
Yeah, you run over to the edge of this platform that you are on and leap off and jump to the next one. As you do, the stone shifts a little bit underneath you, but it seems to settle into place.
Keth has a moment of looking unsure about things, but then recovers real quickly and says, what do y'all think? Should we go to the castle?
Yep.
I mean, you're over there.
Anthony, did you really build a platform level in the Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game for us?
Well, I've never heard of a platform level.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Sorry, I'm just not familiar with the references you're making.
Oh, boy.
Mike.
That's a reference to video games.
Just generically,
Just the, like...
the concept of video games.
I assume.
Nope, you're right.
Hell yeah, got him. Let's
Yeah,
go.
unfortunately, I've never seen an Iron Maiden cover or played a video game, so
Cool.
I'm not really familiar with what you're going
Well-
for, Mike. This is all original content. Do not steal.
Okay. Anyways, let's go into Lost Izalith now. Let's go fight a Dark Souls boss.
Dobrik is going to whip out his mandolin again, and he's going to play like this very kind of airy melody. And you see kind of these arcane wings jet out from his back as he casts fly.
Cool.
Oh,
It's like,
shit.
well, let's go.
I had wings for like 5 minutes and it was so much fun. I'm so jealous.
Use the power stone.
Dobrik is so cool.
Caliph says, "Are you going to try and find her?"
What?
Yeah. That's why we're here.
I think it best if we perhaps don't leave this spot. I think we might be able to be safest here.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Why would you go?
You see like visual relief on his face when you say that. Sigibert doesn't really seem. He feels like he maybe a little disappointed. Maybe a flash of disappointment. on his
Sigibert, do you
face,
want to
like he
come?
was ready.
Do you want to come with us?
No, it's fine.
if you want to come with,
No, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden.
I mean, it's also important that you keep Kaelis safe. He's going to need protection.
There might be cool stuff you have to do that to like keep him safe.
There might be cool stuff you have to do. All right, well, I'll do a couple of tricks.
Yeah. You got to keep him entertained.
Kaelith runs his hands in the air. He like weaves a small pattern with the magic, and he pushes his arms out, and you feel a wave of cool wash over. Not like cool, like
Like
Not
cool
like-
dad.
not like cool dad cool.
Wave of cool.
But of like it's a wave of cool. Yeah, it's like a wave of cool air washes over you, and you feel like there is a thin barrier of air that has attached itself to your skin that is cool. It's cool as hell. That is protecting you from the heat.
Cool.
Does Keth get it as well?
No, you're too far away. Make a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have been okay with it. Yeah.
You're fine. And he says, "We will stay here. Please, do what you can. I guess."
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Right. See ya.
Thank you.
Follow me. Keth takes another jump.
Keth,
Wait up, dude.
Before you do that, wait.
What?
I said wait.
What?
Gebeddo jumps to the first platform.
Okay.
How does he do it though? Is it like fancy?
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
It's dexterously. He does it very dexterously and nimbly.
This one's absolutely a dexterity check. Like,
You can make a dex check, but you will use your athletics proficiency. So if you are proficient in athletics, you can use your proficiency bonus, but you may make a dexterity check instead of a strength check if you so choose. You can't use your acrobatics proficiency.
That's
can
fine.
only use- right.
My athletics is -1. My dex ability score is +5.
But I'm going to put that across the board. So if, like Asher, if you are trained in athletics, you may make a dex check, but you would, or a strength check.
No, I'm making athletics
But you
checks,
have to use
baby.
your athletics. Great. But
That
you are
is
still
a 10.
proficient with athletics. Okay, 10? Great. This, I should clarify, this is not a big jump, but this is like the first of many.
Right.
So, Jennuvera, are you going to jump? Or are you going to
Yeah.
find another method?
I'm gonna jump.
Power Stone?
I might find another method. Kat, can I have your broom?
Oh yeah!
Oh, brutal.
Kath, just throw your broom back here.
Here, Keth, hand it to me and I'll hand it to her.
Yeah,
and
Keth-
Gebeddo like reaches out between the two platforms.
What was your jump, Jennuvera?
What do I add to it?
Your athletics or your dexterity?
Oh. 6.
Okay. So you go to jump and you do not make it all the way across, and instead you are just like hanging, scrambling on the edge of this little cliff with your arms are on the edge.
Gebeddo slides over and like tries to help her pull herself up.
Yeah, together the two of you can pull her up onto this first one.
Kath, your broom?
What?
Your broom!
Keth, I know you can hear us. We're like 6 feet apart, if even now. Quit yelling and just give us the broom.
No. And Keth jumps again.
Oh my god!
Asher, how are you getting
I'm
across?
gonna save my wild shapes just in case because I really want to turn into a fire elemental later. So I'm saving it. So I'm gonna make some jumps, and
Okay.
I'm trained in athletics. So
Okay.
everything is fine.
Keth, give me another athletics jump also.
17.
I also rolled a 24.
And Dobrik, you're just flying.
I'm just flying. Which of my newly remembered friends here looks the least capable to make it across this path?
Least capable or easiest for you to transport? Jennuvera weighs probably like 2.5 times what you weigh.
Okay.
But Jebeddo would be a carry target, I feel like.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily need to carry them, but Dobrik will go over to Jennuvera and be like, look, my dear friend, if you like, I could make you levitate, and I could drag you across so you don't have to worry about leaping from stone to stone.
I'm sorry, but you can't.
Or you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Is it? Oh.
Why?
Oh. Wait, what school of magic is fly?
So I'd be casting levitate, which is a transmutation spell.
You can't. I'm so sorry. I
Well-
want to.
Can't is a strong word. Shouldn't, I think, is the better word.
Here's the short story.
We ruined magic,
We-
and so if you have a transmutation spell, chances are it's not going to work good.
And if it does work good, it's gonna suck up the remaining bits in the world.
Oh.
You do start to feel, Dobrik, you have noticed that it is difficult to maintain this fly in a way that it hasn't been historically, and that you've been having to like push up more here. You just kind of thought maybe it was here, but when they explain this to you, you can feel that there is a weakening of transmutation.
Let's see.
We're really sorry, but
Well-
we're saving the world, so it's.
We'll fix it later. And then Asher...
It's a small price to pay, right?
Asher takes the next jump. 22.
Yeah. So now you and Keth are on the same platform.
Asher, hold on. Before you jump any further, will you, like, at least tie a rope, like, into the next platform?
Everything's on fire. The rope would light on fire as well. Do you want to...
Well, Jesus Christ, we don't know that.
Use your metal rope.
I'm a druid. No. I will not use the metal rope.
But also just, Keth, your broom, please.
I don't have my broom anymore.
What?
Why don't you... What?
It fell and I lost it.
Are you lying to me because you don't want anyone else to play with your toy?
Keth jumped to the next. 27.
Funny joke.
You jump to the next platform, Keth, and as you do, you feel it shift as you hit the ground again. A large plume of lava splashes up like opposite you, pushed forward, and you feel like a swirl begin to like rotate this platform. Rotates like 60 degrees. Very rapidly, and then you notice that there is a ripple forming around this platform. There seems to be something moving in the lava.
Hey, something's happening. And Keth tries to jump further to the next one to get off of this one.
Okay, give me another athletics check. You're now 3 away from everybody else if you make this jump.
23.
Great. You jump to the next platform, and as you jump across, a large maw shoots up out of the lava that and tries to snap you out of the air. You jump past, and this massive snake of lava reaches up out of the ground and moves to separate you and the rest of the group, and is staring down at you.
Hey, y'all, hurry up, please.
It would be a lot faster if we could use your broom.
Never mind.
Roll initiative. Hey everyone, just a couple quick reminders. If you like the show, don't forget to tell your friends. And you can head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and become a patron as well. You can also head to our website, adventureincpod.com, for links to our social media and the store where you can find t-shirts, stickers, and more. That's all. We'll see you next week.
And we plan to head out to Ishtarra. Also, Braz is in charge of the Noku. It's the last note I wrote.
Brails.
Braz.
That wasn't I like that note because it's not new. It's just new to Jennuvera.
Braz.
Rob's been sitting on that info for like 2 years.
That's the best.
It just hasn't mattered. We've been in Ishtarra like twice. Once?
All right.
Braz. I'm just saying it like Owen Wilson. Braz.
Braz.
God, let's stop that now. We have a guest. We have company. Stop embarrassing me. Jeez.
I'll be in my room.
Anyway.
Braz.
Oh, I know Braz.
Wow.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Steph's gonna have an aneurysm.
Wow. Wow.